I want to introduce the general counsel of the Trump organization, Michael Cohen, who joins us now, and he's one of Donald Trump's most stalwart defenders. So first of all, I just have to ask, Michael.
You know, I wanted to just jump in for a second. I think that Ted Cruz tonight, it's the only way to sum it up, it's political suicide. And I listened to Amanda Carpenter talk about honor. And where's the honor in reneging on a pledge? When you stand up in front of the people of the United States, you hold your hand up, and look, remember the scrutiny that all of you put Mr. Trump through when he turned around and he refused to raise his hand at the beginning.
Right here in this same arena.
It was days upon days worth of bashing of Mr. Trump, that he would not raise his hand and he would not honor the pledge. He ultimately honored the pledge. You see, Ted Cruz was never looking to honor any pledge unless he or somebody that he approves was the candidate. And that's not the American system. And again, I really believe that he committed political suicide today. Lastly, the Republican National Committee, the party itself, should never back a single candidate who does not honor the pledge. So I think that if the RNC ends up backing him in 2020, I think that it would be a terrible mistake for them to do as well.
Michael, let me ask you, was there some sort of deal between the Trump campaign and the Cruz forces that Ted Cruz would forego
I don't know this.
any sort of floor fight?
I'm not part of the campaign.
Okay, but you haven't heard, because there's talk that maybe if the Cruz campaign didn't force a floor fight on Monday, that Ted Cruz would get the speaking slot.
No. First of all, Mr. Trump clearly went over the 1237, and there was nothing Ted Cruz was going to do about it. What today
he
showed,
could have forced an ugly fight.
He could have showed nothing. What Ted Cruz could have done, what he behaved like today, was the difference between Mr. Trump, who's an adult, and Ted Cruz, who behaved like a baby.
So let me ask you a question. So I remember the last debate that CNN hosted and I moderated in Miami. On stage, Donald Trump, John Kasich, not here, not endorsing Donald Trump. Marco Rubio, not here, did endorse Donald Trump, but has been critical of him. And then Ted Cruz. Of those three opponents, do you think, that did not win, do you think any of them handled this the proper way?
I think Marco Rubio handled it the way he wanted to handle it. He honored his pledge. So I think that he's safe. But I think John Kasich, 100%, the RNC should not endorse him. They should not back him in any re-election campaign. And again, Ted Cruz, political suicide.
I think Ted Cruz is up for re-election in 2 years. I believe that's right, in 2 years. Do you think that if Donald Trump is president, or even if he is not president, that there will be an effort to defeat Ted Cruz in the Republican primary?
You're talking about in the future?
Yeah.
By Mr. Trump? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. He should never have the opportunity to even be in that position, because he lied to the American people.
How did he lie?
He raised his hand and he said, I will honor the pledge. He lied. And you know what? That's exactly what the Republican Party, it's exactly what Mr. Trump and what all of these supporters that were here tonight are angry at the establishment. They're angry at Hillary Clinton. They don't tell the truth. And it's about time that as Americans, we should be entitled for our representatives who we put into power. They need to tell us the truth.
Ted Cruz reportedly went to one of the suites of donors. I believe Sheldon Adelson's suite was turned away. Heidi Cruz had to leave, had to be escorted out of the convention.
If she was so concerned about her safety, why wouldn't they get out of the building instead of start walking up to major donors? What's he looking for, money? There's no need for it. He should not be allowed to run for dogcatcher.
He's supposed to address delegates tomorrow, I believe. Should he be persona non grata? Should he be just...
I think he's persona non grata in all of Cleveland. I mean, you saw the boos that came. I mean, and they were right. He started off wonderfully. He was well received, and everybody treated him properly. And they were waiting. They were waiting for the endorsement. They were waiting for him to honor his pledge. The guy lied. So they booed him. So he should have left, and he should go home.
So let me play devil's advocate here from the perspective of Ted Cruz. If Ted Cruz actually thinks that Donald Trump is not a real conservative, doesn't honor the Constitution, and knows for a fact that Donald Trump labeled him Lion Ted, insulted his wife, and falsely suggested that his father played some role in the Kennedy assassination.
No, I don't think so. I think that was done by a periodical, and Mr. Trump retweeted it. And we have to stop putting so much emphasis on tweets and retweeting and so on. He didn't turn around and he didn't say anything about Ted Cruz's wife, and he didn't create the notion. That was done by a periodical that his father was involved in the assassination.
The National
And
Enquirer.
So, okay, so he retweeted it. It's a
not the
tweet.
Atlantic. I mean, it's
a tweet.
No,
We're
no,
putting
no.
way too
He
much
went-
emphasis on a tweet. You know, you have breaking
He went on
news.
television and talked about
124
it.
people are killed. Yeah, you have breaking news. You have another axe murderer running around on the trains in Germany, and then you want to talk about a tweet.
I'm not talking about a tweet right now. I'm actually